Have you ever walked into a room and then suddenly stopped for a few seconds, wondering why you went there in the first place? Or have you ever picked up your phone to call someone, only to forget their name for a moment? For many people over the age of 60, moments like these start to happen more often. At the same time, many also notice that their vision isn't as clear as it used to be, especially in the evening when reading a book, looking at a phone screen, or driving in low light. Most people simply think, that's just part of getting older. But the truth might surprise you. In many cases, our brain and our eyes don't weaken only because of time, but also because the body is lacking important nutrients needed to repair and restore cells every day. The good news is that this natural recovery process can be supported simply by including certain familiar foods that you can easily find right in your own kitchen. In today's video, I want to share with you 4 natural foods that many nutrition experts and scientific studies have shown may help support memory, improve blood flow to the brain, and protect vision as we age. And interestingly, the last food on this list may look very small, but many experts consider it one of the best superfoods for brain health after the age of 60. Before we begin, I'd also love to know how old you are and where you're watching from. Feel free to leave a comment below. Your response not only helps me understand you better, but it may also inspire many others who are on the same journey of staying healthy and strong as they grow older. When it comes to foods that support healthy aging, many people immediately think of nuts, fish, or leafy greens. But there is one very familiar food that is affordable, easy to prepare, and often underestimated, and that is eggs. For many years, eggs were misunderstood and often considered unhealthy because of concerns about cholesterol. However, modern nutrition research has shown that when consumed in reasonable amounts, eggs can actually be one of the best sources of nutrients for both the brain and the eyes, especially for people over the age of 60. First, let's talk about the brain. Egg yolks contain a very important nutrient called choline. This nutrient is used by the body to produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in memory, learning ability, and concentration. As we age, the levels of acetylcholine in the brain tend to decline, and this is one of the reasons many older adults begin to notice that they forget things more easily than before. A study from Boston University published in 2017 found that people with higher dietary intake of choline tended to have larger brain volume and fewer signs of cognitive decline compared to those who consumed less choline. This suggests that adding choline-rich foods like eggs to the diet may help support brain health during the aging process. Eggs are not only beneficial for memory, but they also offer significant benefits for vision. Egg yolks contain 2 very important antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are mainly concentrated in the macula of the eye, the part responsible for sharp vision, reading small text, and recognizing faces. According to a study published in the journal Nutrients in 2017, people who ate 1 egg per day for 12 weeks significantly increased the density of protective pigments in the macula, which may help reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration, one of the most common causes of vision loss in older adults. Another interesting point is that lutein and zeaxanthin from eggs are much easier for the body to absorb compared to when they come from leafy vegetables. This is because egg yolks contain natural fats that help the body absorb these nutrients more effectively. I once met a man named Robert, a 68-year-old from Texas, who shared that over the past few years he had begun to find it harder to concentrate when reading the newspaper in the evening, and his eyes would become tired more quickly when driving at night. After discussing his diet, he started adding 1 soft-boiled egg to his dinner a few times a week. After only a few weeks, he told me that he felt more mentally alert in the morning and that reading in the evening had become easier again. If you would like to benefit from eggs for brain and eye health, one of the simplest ways is to eat a soft-boiled egg or a poached egg with dinner or as a light afternoon meal. The ideal time is about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, giving your body enough time to digest and absorb the nutrients. Sometimes, the smallest changes in our diet can have the greatest impact on our health. And for many people over 60, even a simple food like eggs can become one of the key foundations for maintaining a sharp mind and healthy vision over time. But eggs are only the beginning. Next, we'll talk about a leafy green vegetable that many nutrition experts call the quiet protector of our eyes as we age. If there is one vegetable that I often encourage older adults to eat more frequently, it is spinach. Many people see it as just another ordinary leafy green. But in reality, spinach contains nutrients that are extremely important for brain health, vision, and overall well-being as we move past the age of 60. What makes spinach special is its two powerful antioxidant compounds, lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients are not only found in the eyes, but are also highly concentrated in the macula, a small yet crucial area of the retina responsible for sharp vision, reading small text, and recognizing faces. As we age, the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in the body tend to decline. This makes the retina more vulnerable to blue light and oxidative stress. Over time, the gradual buildup of this damage can lead to age-related macular degeneration, one of the most common causes of vision loss in older adults. A large study published in JAMA Ophthalmology in 2014 followed thousands of adults and found that those whose diets were rich in lutein and zeaxanthin had up to a 40% lower risk of developing macular degeneration compared to those who consumed lower amounts of these nutrients. But spinach is not only beneficial for the eyes. Interestingly, lutein is also found in areas of the brain associated with memory and information processing speed. A study from the University of Georgia in 2015 showed that older adults with higher lutein intake tended to process information faster and maintain better cognitive function. In addition, spinach contains vitamin K, folate, and several natural anti-inflammatory compounds. These nutrients help reduce low-level inflammation in the brain, a factor scientists believe is linked to age-related memory decline. I once worked with a woman named Margaret, a 72-year-old from California. She shared that over the past few years, she had started having difficulty reading medication labels in the evening and often felt a bit mentally foggy in the morning. When we reviewed her diet, I noticed that she rarely ate leafy green vegetables, so we decided to try a very simple change, adding 1 cup of lightly sautéed spinach with olive oil to her dinner about 4 times a week. 6 weeks later, Margaret returned and told me that her eyes felt less strained when reading in the evening, and what surprised her most was that her mind seemed clearer in the morning. One important thing to remember when eating spinach is how it is prepared. Cooking it for too long can reduce some of its nutrients. The best method is to lightly sauté it for 1 or 2 minutes with olive oil, or eat it raw in a salad with a small amount of healthy fat such as olive oil or avocado. Fat helps the body absorb lutein and zeaxanthin more effectively. Another key point is that the body cannot store these protective eye nutrients for long periods. That is why, instead of eating a large amount once in a while, it is better to include spinach regularly a few times each week. Small habits like this may not create dramatic changes overnight, but over time they can become a powerful layer of protection for both the brain and the eyes, helping us maintain independence, continue reading, driving, and enjoying life for many more years. And while spinach helps protect the cells of the eyes and brain, the next food on our list plays a different role. It helps improve blood flow to the brain, which is essential for keeping the mind sharp as we grow older. After talking about the nutrients that help protect brain cells and the retina, we also need to mention another factor that is just as important: blood circulation. Because no matter how many nutritious foods you eat, if your blood circulation is not working well, the brain and the eyes may not receive enough oxygen and nutrients to function effectively. And this is exactly why beets are considered by many nutrition experts to be one of the most beneficial foods for older adults. Beets contain a high amount of natural nitrates. Once inside the body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. This is particularly important for the brain and the eyes because both organs rely on a steady supply of oxygen to maintain proper function. As we age, our blood vessels tend to become less flexible, which gradually reduces the amount of blood flowing to the brain. This is one of the reasons many people over the age of 60 begin to feel mentally slower, have difficulty concentrating, or experience brain fog, a feeling of mental cloudiness or lack of clarity. A notable study conducted at Wake Forest University and published in 2017 followed older adults who drank beet juice for 2 weeks. The results showed a significant increase in blood flow to the frontal lobe of the brain, the area responsible for memory, decision-making, and concentration. Brain scans even revealed stronger activity in this region when participants performed cognitive tests. Beets are not only beneficial for the brain, they also help improve circulation in the tiny blood vessels of the retina. These vessels are extremely small and can easily be affected when circulation is poor. When blood flow improves, the retina receives more oxygen and nutrients, which help support the eye's natural repair process. In addition to nitrates, beets also contain a powerful antioxidant called betanin, which is responsible for the deep red-purple color of this root vegetable. Betanin helps reduce oxidative stress in the body, a factor associated with many age-related conditions such as memory decline and vision problems. I remember meeting a man named Daniel, a 70-year-old from Florida. He shared that recently he had begun to feel mentally a bit slow in the evenings, especially when doing activities that required concentration, such as solving crossword puzzles or reading. After discussing his diet, we decided to try a small change, drinking a small glass of beet juice in the late afternoon or early evening. 3 weeks later, Daniel told me that his mind felt clearer in the evenings and that he was able to stay focused longer when reading. Of course, everyone's body is different, but small nutritional changes can sometimes make a surprisingly noticeable difference. If you would like to add beets to your diet, there are several simple ways to do it. You can boil, steam, or roast beets and add them to a salad. Another option is beet juice, which can be mixed with apple or a little lemon to make the taste more pleasant. A good time to consume beets is in the late afternoon or early evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. At that time, the improved circulation may help support the natural repair processes of the brain and eyes during sleep. But while beets help deliver more oxygen to the brain and eyes, the final food on our list provides essential fats and minerals that nourish nerve cells and the retina. And interestingly, this food is so small that many people would never expect it to have such a powerful impact. Now we come to the final food on the list. And if you look at its size, you might be a little surprised to learn that such a tiny seed contains an incredible amount of nutrition. That food is chia seeds. In recent years, chia seeds have been called by many nutrition experts one of the best natural superfoods for brain health, especially for people over the age of 60. The reason lies in their unique nutritional composition. Chia seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 in the form of ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. This essential fatty acid plays an important role in protecting nerve cells and reducing inflammation in the brain. As we age, the membranes of nerve cells tend to become less flexible. This can slow down communication between brain cells and, over time, may affect memory as well as the ability to concentrate. Omega-3 helps maintain the flexibility of these nerve cell membranes, supporting communication between neurons in the brain. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry in 2013 found that ALA may help reduce neuroinflammation, a factor scientists believe is associated with age-related memory decline and cognitive impairment. Omega-3 is not only beneficial for the brain, it also plays an important role in the retina of the eyes. The light-sensing cells in the retina require healthy fats to maintain their structure and function. When the body receives enough omega-3, these cells can function more efficiently, helping the eyes adapt better to low light and reducing dry eye, a common issue among older adults. In addition to omega-3, chia seeds also provide complete protein, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids the body needs to repair tissues and cells. During sleep, the body enters its most powerful recovery phase, including the repair of nerve cells and the delicate layers of the eye. Providing enough protein before bedtime may help support this process more effectively. Chia seeds are also rich in magnesium and phosphorus, two important minerals for the nervous system. Magnesium in particular is well known for its ability to support relaxation of the nervous system and improve sleep quality. Deep, stable sleep is essential for the brain to perform processes such as removing toxins and strengthening memory. I once spoke with a woman named Helen, a 74-year-old from Arizona. She shared that in recent years she often slept lightly and felt tired when she woke up in the morning. After adjusting her diet, she began adding 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to yogurt or almond milk in the evening. After about a month, she said she was sleeping better and felt mentally clearer when starting her day. One major advantage of chia seeds is that they are very easy to use. You simply add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to a cup of almond milk, yogurt, or Greek yogurt, stir it well, and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes so the seeds can absorb the liquid and form a soft gel. You can also add some berries, cinnamon, or a small amount of honey to make the flavor more enjoyable. The best time to consume chia seeds is about 1 hour before going to bed. When eaten as a light evening snack, chia seeds can provide steady energy for the brain throughout the night while also supporting deeper sleep. Sometimes the smallest foods carry the greatest power. And for many people entering their 60s or 70s, just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds each day can become a small but meaningful part of maintaining a sharp mind and healthy vision over time. As we move past the age of 60, many people begin to believe that memory decline or weakening vision is simply unavoidable. But in reality, the human body still has an incredible ability, the ability to repair and adapt even as we grow older. The brain continues to form new neural connections, and the eyes can still be protected when we provide the body with the right nutrients. As we've just discussed, sometimes the most effective solutions come from very familiar foods in our own kitchen. With just a few small changes in your diet, you can support both brain health and vision over time. Remember these 4 simple but powerful foods. Eggs provide choline to support memory, along with nutrients that help protect the macula of the eye. Spinach, rich in lutein and zeaxanthin that help protect the retina and support brain function. Beets help improve blood flow to the brain and the eyes. Chia seeds, a source of omega-3 and important minerals that support the nervous system and healthy sleep. You don't need to change your entire diet all at once. Sometimes it's enough to start with just 1 or 2 foods from this list and include them consistently in your daily routine. Over time, small habits like these can become the foundation for maintaining a sharp mind, clear vision, and independence later in life. Before we finish this video, I'd really love to hear from you. Which of these 4 foods do you eat most often? Leave a comment below and share it with everyone. Your experience might inspire others who are also on the journey of caring for their health as they grow older. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Each week, I'll continue sharing simple and practical tips that can make a meaningful difference in your health. Remember this: taking care of your health is not one big decision made in a single day. It's the small choices we repeat every day. And you truly deserve to live a healthy, clear-minded, and energetic life at any age.